Welcome back, everyone, to Wormhole Extremists. My name is David. I'm with Nicole.
Hello.
And Yvie.
Oh, good day.
Hi, guys.
I want to say I'm toothless, and I do want to share it because I've got to embrace the lack of tooth. So here we go, guys. Let's enjoy. There it is. It's gone.
It's the smallest gap.
Bad.
You really don't
but I want
notice
people
it.
to know.
Why?
So yeah.
You're basically just
I don't know either.
pointing out a flaw.
You
No
have been
one will
telling us for
notice.
days how concerned you are about your appearance, and now you're like,
I have to do it. I have to do it because I've got to accept it. I've got to. It's like my entire personality is very nutty. So I'm like, if I just embrace the nut, then we're good.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not about to brag.
Flaunt it on.
I know I'm not about to brag about my inadequacies.
Inadequacy. Oh, by the way, we did trivia yesterday.
Yeah.
I want to say thank you to the people who showed up to trivia. G and Diada confirming that that Evie did share some boring information.
I did, and completely forgot about it.
Shame on me. And also, I want to thank bloody. Let me see who's on my list.
You've got a list of people to thank, like
I
you're
do.
accepting an award.
I do. I've done an Evie. So I mean that nicely. Lockwatcher with the Ask Nicole a Bane question. Love that. So just thanks for the teasing, guys.
Lockwatcher at Anthony Rowling. It seems David only had a small glass of water to put them out with, like the Hewletts earlier. I don't get the small glass. I haven't had any glasses of water. Okay. I'm sorry, Nicole.
No,
proceed.
And then the other day, during David's stream the other day, I think was it Wednesday with Janice.
Gildert, wasn't he cool?
He is such a cutie.
I love him. We're doing a project together.
Yeah.
Oh, look how proud you are.
Stargate project together.
That was such a big smile.
I know.
Mum's the word.
I think it was that one where stuff came up again, where Jean Diada and Auntie and Lockwatcher were having little fun references to Wormhole Extremists. So thanks, guys, for being so cute. Appreciate you.
Absolutely. I do not do a good job of spreading the WX love on Dial the Gate. I'm so busy with the talent.
I was gonna say, don't worry about it.
That's understandable.
But it might be helpful if I would actually promote our show on the main show. God, I always think afterwards.
Don't worry about it.
It might not have been the video the other day. It might have been one a lot longer ago. I don't remember which one it was. But the point is, Dave did a great video the other day, so go watch that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we plug some DTG love.
DTG and WX. Did you guys see? I cut the pop conversation.
Yes, I did. I did watch that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I watched it because I forgot that I dropped out and then came back again.
Oh.
That's right. And Yvie, did you see the post I put on Twitter about your album cover?
I absolutely did.
Okay, I didn't know if you looked at it or not.
I usually don't usually don't look at X. And
really funny.
I just thought randomly I'd jump on there and have a look. So, and I was just like,
yeah, I've gotta share this. Let me pull this up here.
Oh, people said, did you get a crown? I don't see the gap. Look, guys, let me get closer. There you go. There it is.
Hang on.
There you go. Not a crown.
God.
I might get it replaced. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Can't be asked.
Let me see here.
I'm poor.
But yeah, Chaka is about to drop the hottest album of the year and said, Yvie, you've outdone yourself this week. That was really funny.
Honestly, I thought I was
literally
funny,
looking
and I'm
through
not.
the photo. Yeah. I was looking through the photos of that episode that I had on file, and I saw that, and the first thing that came into mind it looks exactly like an album cover.
I think that Yvie, you're really great at like the well thought out humor, while I'm just good at just insulting myself and others around me. So, I really appreciate.
You're good with more on the spur, spur of the moment stuff, just whereas I'm like not that you're not a deep thinker, but I think about this stuff way too far in advance.
And that's great because we need someone to be thinking advance.
Marinate.
Yeah.
I'm glad we have a marinator. We all have different speeds of marination.
Yeah.
So.
Yes, mine's probably at least 72 hours.
That's quite deep.
It is.
Oh, come on.
Okay. If anybody is wondering about this huge ass gap behind me, I've got like 20 books in this series coming over the next few days, so it's just going to be slowly trickling in.
Wow.
I'm so poor.
Keeping yourself busy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, stop buying all these books.
Yeah, I know.
You'd be
rolling in cash.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Nicole. They have these things called libraries,
I know,
You
but
know?
I want my trophies. Like it's like when you like trophy kills. I just want to like be
trees.
done with it and put it up.
I mean, trees
Mount them up on
behind
your
there.
wall.
All right.
Yeah.
We have
Yeah,
Adam's
so cool.
AI art. I
Let's go.
love these this week. And I'm really
He worked
interested.
really hard on these. He was telling me he might have said so in his notes, but he said that he got like a new
Thank you for reminding me.
pencil for his like digital notepad,
Okay.
and it's like got a really sharp end, if that makes sense.
Oh,
But it's actually
wow.
allowed him to edit these images with a lot more detail. So he said that he spent hours and hours on one of them.
Okay.
Because he was able to get in there.
Well, let's
a lot easier.
Do you guys have the emails?
Yeah. Is it the tomb first?
Yep. Let me know when you're ready to pull it.
I am ready.
You ready? Both of you?
Yes. 1 second.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'm covering my screen
behind.
so I can see. I'm just like, don't want to see it yet.
Yvie, let us know when you're ready.
All right. Beast of Burden.
No, the tomb is first.
Is it the
beast? Is it the tomb or
no,
Beast
it's Beast of Burden.
Are you sure?
David sent it in the wrong order.
Yeah,
Beast of Burden is first.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Let me double check here.
I think Evie's right.
Okay. Yeah, I was wrong. So go to Beast of Burden first.
Got it.
Okay. Opening it.
Ready? Okay. Let's have a look.
Whoa.
Oh.
Isn't that cool?
Style is so cool.
Yeah, like it's not an Unas, but it almost in some ways
it's close.
Yeah,
Kind
it's
of
very
looks like from is it Xenomorph?
It looks like
you're
Xenomorph,
thinking a predator. It kind
of
has
sorry.
Yeah, it's
Well,
kind of in that same vein.
It's got that sheeny
that
head.
same family tree.
Yep.
You know?
It actually closely resembles A Bad Thing from Sequest Season 2, if anyone knows what I'm talking about. Peter DeLuise calls it was a bad thing. Yeah, it's an alien. I forget what they're called, but they go Kritok. So, very cool. And look at those brushstrokes behind and the.
I know. I was just admiring the sky.
That's so.
It's interesting
cool.
how like the alien itself is very different in style to everything else, but that's quite interesting.
It's much smaller brush.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
That is so cool.
That's awesome. Those
originally,
teeth are really scary.
Adam says yes. Adam says originally I thought this episode would be. Hang on, which one am I talking? Which one am I looking at here? Okay. Yeah, so his are sent backwards too. Okay, his notes. All right. So for Beast of Burden, he says, originally I thought this episode would be difficult to represent in a single image. This one thankfully works straight out of the gate from Dolly 3, requiring no editing from me. It even behaved when I upscaled it to 2K. So, wow, there we go. So, yeah, not bad.
Finally tamed the beast that is AI.
Yeah, bit by bit. That's how it lulls us into a false sense of security before it
takes over.
You guys ready to look at the tomb?
Yes, I'm looking forward to seeing how this one's going to come out.
Okay.
I'm impressed. Ready?
Yeah.
Oh,
is this the one where he made little tweaks?
Awesome. I think so. I think he must have been referring to this
I
one.
spent 6 hours on this one to turn it from an ugly duckling into something closer to what I had in mind.
It's not so good. I'm zooming in.
It's not quite how I wanted it to look. Mainly the little army men aren't as detailed as I would like, but overall, I think this is a cool image.
But still, that's really
Was he trying to position them according to certain situations in the episode?
I don't think it would have been that specific.
Yeah, there's way too many characters.
Yeah. But like the details on the like the etchings on the
carvings
walls.
on the side. Yep.
I really like this. This is actually like
this is one of my favorites he's done.
Really
interesting,
really pretty.
Yep.
Oh,
this episode freaked me out. I remember the first time I watched it. It was like 10 at night when I was a kid, and my grandparents had gone to bed, and I was like, I just want to finish this episode. I want to do one episode before I go to sleep. And they were like, yeah, sure, because it was the weekend. So I was like,
yeah. And
it was like no. I was a good. Are you kidding? My granddad would like lost his mind.
Oh, so he watched it.
No. He would have lost his mind if I'd stayed up that late.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
But occasionally he did watch it with me. He's the one who told me that SG-1 stood for Stargate 1, and I was like, whoa, can't believe it.
Yeah, they were literally in the MGM pitch meeting, and they're like, so the show is Stargate 1. I'm like, yeah, basically.
But I remember watching it, and it was late in my house. It was dark already because it was winter. So it's pretty dark, and my house had like no separating doors between the living room, the dining room, and the kitchen. So all I could see was just the dark abyss.
Open plan living.
And I was sitting there watching The Tomb, absolutely freaked out. Stuff of nightmares.
Yeah, it's like the squelchy scuttling sound that gets me every time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Too wet.
All right, Yvie, you ready to do bad example?
Bad example.
I'm ready to do bad example.
Okay.
With the Queen's English. Bad example.
Sorry, let me try to imitate Dave now. Bad example.
Bad example.
Out.
Not so nasally.
Look, I can't help. I'm actually quite nasally. I didn't realize.
All right, how do I do this? Sorry, I'm like completely new to this. But how do I find it?
Oh, well, that's your problem.
That's on you.
Gecko Fett said my tooth isn't even noticeable unless I force it. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Okay, maybe I'll just do it this way.
Then my tooth isn't even noticeable unless I like force
That's
the camera.
what we've been saying. But God forbid
we've been telling you that, girl.
Gosh.
I know.
I'm just
all right. One sec.
Struggling. Let me. And Yvie's struggling in her.
This would better be a really good bad example.
I'm so sorry.
Yvie's weekly struggles with technology.
I do struggle with technology. It is not my forte.
Look, you struggled so much. David went off camera for a second. He just chill.
Just doing his thing, yeah.
Hello.
Oh my god, why?
Turn the fan on.
Ah, smart.
Okay. 1 second. Sorry, guys. I'm so sorry.
There's literally a button on the Zoom that says share screen.
Yes, I know that.
Okay. Do you have the image pulled up?
Yes, I'm just trying to. Sorry, it
So you don't have to locate it if it's an open screen because you can pick one of the open screens to share.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
I'm just trying to. I was able to rotate it before, and now I can't rotate it.
It's the problem. You need to rotate it.
Yeah, it's in the wrong direction.
How does
guys.
Happen? That's so bizarre.
Yvie, your technical
I literally
scary.
Oh my god! I literally was able to rotate it before.
Do you want to do it in the middle of the show? Let's do it in the middle of the. Let's do between episodes.
Okay.
So you can whittle while we watch.
Okay, I'll try, but I mean I have my notes.
Yvie does have to do her script as well. Remember that, like Yvie's doing a lot.
All right, then we can wait.
Unless is it just going to be easier? Yeah. I'm so sorry, guys. I feel really dumb. I had it up and then I closed it and now I can't rotate it again.
And that's how you get it. That's how they screw it. Are you right clicking and then pressing rotate on it?
It's a PDF.
Okay, well there should be a really. Do you want to share your screen of the PDF and then we can help you?
Yeah.
Maybe we can help you.
Let's just see it sideways. Let's see it sideways.
Yeah,
it's not the end of the world. We can all do taco neck.
Yeah, sorry guys.
It's all right.
That's okay.
At least we get to see it. Whoops, that's my Twitter screen.
Okay. Yep. Okay. So, let me bring it up again, and we'll try this again.
Everyone said we can rotate it with our brains.
Actually, I should be able to Can I rotate? No, it's not going to let me rotate this screen.
Okay. All right. I'll try and do it this way, and maybe next time I will just draw it like old school.
Yeah, I don't want a whiteboard because technology sometimes is too much faff.
Yep.
Okay, I'll see if I can do this.
I can barely Excel spreadsheet, and that's part of my job. So I'm gonna try to
write. Oh, okay. Oh God, I'm sorry. Everything is just crashing on me today. I can't share screen.
All right, let's just do it next week. All right.
Next week we can do it at the end. No, just
she can't share her screen. What's she gonna do? Draw it during the episodes? All right. Email to, but then I have to convert it and switch it around.
Oh God.
I mean, you can't. Okay, go ahead and send
email
it to me.
I'll
just go ahead and send it. Sorry, everyone.
Okay. Sorry, David.
It's all good. I'm gonna teach you Alt Print Screen, and then I'm gonna give you a little piece of free software called View. It's a cat getting run over by a car. And
I don't want to see that.
Oh, well then.
Okay. I am pulling up the episode while we're sitting here because that's probably a good idea. And Beast of Burden is what we're starting with first.
It's an email.
Yes, and this whole week I've had the Rolling Stones song "Beast of Burden" in my head.
Okay.
This whole week.
I see it in my periphery. I haven't looked at it yet. But print screen.
Be a beast of burden.
Getting Yvie singing. Got me singing
My
yesterday.
back
Yvie
is
singing today.
broke, but it's not hurting.
I have no idea what that is, but it sounds good.
I absolutely love it.
Rolling Stones?
Okay.
Oh, my God,
Oh, okay.
seriously?
All right. I've got it, and we're going to rotate it. And then I will. Now I'm going to send it. Gosh, these things are so. I guess I can share screen. All right.
Yep.
Second screen, second page.
Okay, this better be worth.
Right?
hassle
Absolutely.
that we've all
Sorry,
gone
everyone. Okay.
It's only been like 3.5 minutes of struggle, so
Share
just feels
file.
longer.
I just want to
Yeah.
share.
My shame feels
Gosh
a lot longer than
sakes.
3 minutes.
All right, everyone. Okay. Share screen. There it is. You ready? Okay, let's have a look.
Yes.
And now I can't. Now people can't see it on my side. For gosh sakes. Do you guys see the image?
Yeah,
I see the image. Yeah.
I'm.
And now I disabled the ability for people to see it on my side. This is just.
I think I know which one it is. I'm struggling to remember the episode. I think I know what it is, though.
I'm sorry, everyone.
This is just technical difficulties.
Yeah. But we're not going to mess with this right now. We got to get to the episode. People have been waiting around. Okay.
Okay.
I'll
The only
figure
thing
it
I
out.
can do is I can show it on my phone. I don't know if that would work at all.
No, it's too bright. Let's get to the episode. All right, everyone. We apologize. I've never seen an image converting into a PDF. I've never seen that. So
It's on
I
it's
see
on
it all the time
Notepad.
at
It's
my
on
work.
a
I
digital
understand, but it's
notepad.
just not a friendly thing.
Friendly format.
Right, exactly. And next time if you do it, all you have to do is just rotate it 90 degrees and draw it that way. So, all right. Beast of Burden, everyone.
Okay.
Let me just... I've switched my screens around, so I'll need to just...
D&D said, are you sure today's episode isn't the curse?
Thank you. Yes. Yes, that is
took me a minute.
100% how I feel right now.
It's a good joke.
It's all right. So
Yeah, I literally put a curse on all technology that I touch.
my intent, sorry, Nicole, is to ultimately teach Nicole how to use this this broadcast software.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
And
No, you should say sorry, Yvie, because it just...
no,
shows
Evie's
up,
busy
you know.
with the things that she does.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't always want to have to do this. So all right, you guys ready with Beast of Burden? The
Yeah,
audience
so-
is like, we've been ready.
Yes.
All right, gang, let's go ahead and watch Beast of Burden in 5, 4, 3. You're watching the Wormhole Extremists. This is episode 507, Beast of Burden. My name is David. I'm with Yvie
Hello.
and Nicole.
Hello, hello.
And there's some naan.
Mm.
Say
Yes.
ka until you've tried it.
I
That's
actually really
true.
like this
That's so
episode, so I'm quite
true.
excited.
Yeah. So this is another Peter DeLuise episode, directed by Martin Wood. And I was going to jump straight in there with some of the guest roles this episode. So this episode does feature Larry Drake as
Yes.
Borak. So he actually sadly passed away in
Yep.
2016 from blood cancer. And he's remembered for his Emmy-winning role as Benny in LA Law. But he has also lent his voice to 11 different characters in the cartoon Johnny Bravo, which I used to
Wow.
love as a kid. And he did voice Kazdan Paratus in the video game Star Wars The Force Unleashed.
Oh, damn.
And we do have as well Dion Johnstone as Chaka. So this is
Yep.
his last role, I think, as Chaka. And he's reprising his role from the season 4 episode, the first ones.
Yeah.
And this is, as I said, the last portrayal as Shaka, as Patrick Curry replaces him in the next episode, Enemy Mine.
Yep.
And Dion as well did play Captain Nelson, Rules of Engagement, and Lieutenant Tyler in The Fifth Man. And he does also portray Wodan in Metamorphosis in the next season.
That's true.
We also have a couple of Unas. We have Vincent Hammond as the large Unas / the big one. He previously played is it Rua in Thor's Hammer? And the Unas Elder in the first ones.
Okay. Did you mention that Dion also plays the first Warwick?
No, I didn't mention Warwick.
Yes.
Why didn't I mention Warwick? My goodness, I'm so sorry. Sorry, Dion.
Yeah.
And also Alex Zahara as the shy Unas. So Alex has taken on multiple roles in SG-1 before, including Zales in The Spirits and Michael Clark in 1969, and both the Struggoth leader and Struggoth #1 in Foothold.
Yeah, Alex is prolific for sure.
Yes.
Fett just said he ordered some naan bread. Coincidence much? Naan.
Naan.
I love all the Unas random footage.
Yeah.
In the background, yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been fun to film.
Same one. I have always had trouble with Jack's, I don't know if bigotry is the right word. Speciesism? I don't know. You know?
Yeah,
I've seen the cave drawings. Dogs sniff each other's butts and they're friends for life. He doesn't have high regard for the Unas.
No, that I agree. That's always been
like right there. I don't care. I care. You know?
Well, he only says I care after like Sam gives him the side eye.
Yeah.
He doesn't care.
Puts him in his place.
That I really care about.
Yeah.
The thing is, the Unis is a intelligent species. It's just not as intelligent as us, but it's more intelligent than animals.
Our dogs, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so I mean, we're animals, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So I'm sure he loves dogs, but he doesn't love an Unis. It's quite
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the Unis are tricky because if you think about it, they're obviously intelligent enough or have the capacities to learn enough for the Guawul to consider them a viable option for like the first hosts. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I love how Chuck was offering him the candy bar.
He
gets one, every so often, and yeah.
The pose of him, like offering this nutrition bar.
Yep.
I feel like that was
so
Jack
vulnerable.
kind of fighting for Daniel's side of this a little bit. So I don't think that Hammond kind of would probably leave them to their devices, and then Jack was like, they've got weapons, who knows what else they've got, and it's like,
correct.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a good.
That's it.
It is interesting looking at these characters, and we all love Jack, right? But then he has these moments where we don't agree with him,
he's not
and that's
perfect,
great. Exactly,
No.
and that's what I love. It's important that our characters aren't perfect because we're not perfect. So
Yep.
Yeah, some of us have missing teeth, so we're definitely not perfect.
Wow. Went there, she did.
I appreciated that.
I knew you'd appreciate it.
I love when Yvie fires shots at me because it's like there's the spice I know you have, It's like it comes out.
And it must flow.
It must flow.
Yeah, that missing tooth is your sixth toe.
Sixth toe thing, you brought it up. One day we'll explain it.
Wow, they're being used as cattle.
Yeah, this is really sad.
Sort of sickening, really.
Slavery is just never nice, is it?
It's not nice.
No.
There's
it's
more today than
definitely
there
not
ever has
nice.
been.
Yeah, actually, because a lot of it's just like hidden,
Trafficking of children.
There's so much we don't see.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think Dan will find that honesty gets you maybe about 5 minutes into this episode.
Yeah.
Just all goes to hell from there.
I've actually got a fun, it's not really fun, it's a horrible story, but my friend sells houses for a living, and he once went to a place that was being used as like to, you know, hold people prisoner. And it's horrible. But they only found out about it because there was some suspicious comings and goings. The people never left the house, and then he had to help in the police investigation. And
Oh,
I was like,
God.
whoa, that's the only part that was interesting. So
So apparently there were only 3 complete Unas costumes available.
I did
So
notice they reuse them,
Dion,
don't they?
Vincent, and Alex played most of the Unas
Yep.
that we see on screen, with a few exceptions. Also, the guards that were standing behind Barak. So there were 2 human guards standing behind him. One was Herbert Duncanson, and the other one was Finn Michael.
Yep.
So they actually served as stand-ins for Chris Judge and Michael Shanks, respectively.
That's true.
And Finn, we actually did meet already as a soldier in Newground.
Yep.
This is also the same village set that they used in 100 Days, which was left over from the series Bordertown.
Yep.
So it might look familiar.
This guy was actually a really nice guy in Firefly. So like seeing him here being the worst makes me sad.
He does the role really well, though.
He really does. He really
He's
does.
very hateable.
Yeah, he
David's
does a
mum's
great
in the
job in this.
chat.
Oh boy.
Hello.
Yeah. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
There she
Hello.
is.
So on Reddit, a lot of users were comparing this episode to the American South during the era of slavery. And apparently, many white men held the title colonel for status. So one
didn't know
Redditor
that.
suggested Barak's adaptation of the title colonel, as we see just here, was a humorous reference to this. And another Redditor explained that in colonial America, colonels were community leaders, second only to the governor, and some went on to become US political figures. So a little bit of history into the word colonel.
I had no idea. That is very interesting.
You can't drink, you're on duty.
I actually have a strange fact that my boyfriend taught me because he's Eastern European. So apparently, I don't know. I didn't connect the dots. The term slave actually originated. The word originated from Eastern Europeans, Slavic, Slavs. Yeah, which is very interesting. I had no idea. Never put 2 and 2 together.
This is Alex Zahara again. He's playing a female Unas.
He's great.
Oh,
This is technically a female.
okay. I didn't
The
know it
eyes
was
are very
supposed to be a
soft in
female.
this.
Yeah. Yeah, no horns.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That makes
That is very
perfect
interesting.
sense. All right.
I
He's
mean, maybe that's a
hunched
female
over so he doesn't look so
breed.
tall.
Yep.
Oh, she's wearing a skirt as well.
Yep.
Yeah. I never noticed that.
He wants our tech.
Mm. Yes.
We just have a few worlds that we access.
Well, the thing is, he mentions that he's just made the one trip
Oh, just the one.
through the gate to the Unis planet. But he actually doesn't clarify how he knew the return gate address
Yep.
to bring Shaka back after capturing him.
Fair point. He would have been stuck over there
Yeah.
and probably eaten.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Kind of hope he was. Beast Wars. I'd read that book.
I know you would. That's like right up your alley.
That is right up
Throw
my
a
alley.
Fishman in there and that'll be like book of the year.
I was actually going to make a video about like all the hottest men in games, TV, and books, and they're all going to be fish themed.
So whichever gold ran this planet, they just abandoned it.
Yeah, they must have.
It may have been Unas, James Earl Jones.
Yeah, that's true.
Went to Samaria and didn't come back.
I do think the Unas are like, pretty attractive. I can't explain it.
I mean, hey,
like
it's
to-
your thing.
If they all romantic and
try and,
Baldur's Gate, I'd say yes.
I like to try and figure out which Unas is played by which actor.
Yeah.
That's gonna be rough. This looks
So
like the
this is the
same one that
same
just
guy from
died.
earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
just
it
changed
might
the
have
costume
been.
up.
Because when they're in the cages, you only see like 3 actual core costumes. One of them even looked like Shaka a moment ago, and I'm like, well, that's just them reusing it. So, which is great.
Progress.
Those cages don't look very sturdy, seeing as the
No.
Unis would be quite strong.
Isn't that the same
Yeah.
one that the Abadosians were captured in and confined in Forever and a
Oh.
Day? Maybe not.
It looks very similar to it in
Maybe.
the way that the structure is. But it makes me so sad to see the Unis like this. It's
Cowering.
like-
Yeah.
yeah.
I think he has shoulders as broad as Don S. Davis.
Yeah. Oh, it's so cute. I love him.
Oh, I love the change in his expression.
Yep.
He recognizes Daniel.
It's like, this is mine.
Uh-oh. Yep.
I love that.
Yep.
That's so cool.
Now the attitude changes.
Yep. Here we go.
Yeah.
Let me out.
He's like, let me
out.
out. Oh, so cute.
Yeah.
It's quite nice that, like he let Daniel go last time and now Daniel's gonna let him go.
Yeah. Well, I'm in this particular scene, I'm kind of reminded of a quote from my favorite Cinderella adaptation, Ever After. And Danielle, one of the characters,
I
says,
watched that the other day for the first
yeah,
time.
so did I.
So good.
Interesting.
Danielle says, he's not property, you ill-mannered tub of guts. And it kind of just reminds me of that.
Yeah. Oh, what a good insult.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So I was actually recently revisiting David's April chat with Peter DeLuise, and he shared a neat trick they had for filming when the main four actors couldn't be on set together. They divided the team in the storyline so that they could have some filmed at one location and others at another. And I'm not sure if it happened in this particular episode, but the four of them are like separated for
the
a
whole
pretty
episode.
big portion of this episode.
Yeah.
Near almost up until the end.
Yeah.
I was actually about to bring that up. And I was also going to say, hey, look, Michael Shanks is front and center again for the first time this season.
It's been a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, the next episode too.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh,
So I think we
wait for
see kind of a bit of a role reversal in this episode with Jack trying to calm down Daniel and not the other way around.
Yep.
So I think it shows that Daniel's connection to the Unas is a lot deeper compared to Jack's. And I was reading Deborah Kraft's article on the Gate World, and she said in her review that this episode explores the ethical dilemma of how we perceive beasts. So Daniel's previous communication with Shaka allows him to empathize, while Jack still views them as beasts, although he does disapprove of their mistreatment.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
it's only the mention of dual-wield weapons that sort of piques Jack's interest in the mission.
I thought he was using that as more of an anchor to try and get Hammond or more on board with it because Daniel clearly gave a damn. Or a combination
Yeah,
of the
maybe it
two.
was more believing in Daniel and wanting to support, this mission for him.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. It's very interesting.
Mm,
They've got a complex relationship.
they really do. But I think the foundation is respect, which is important.
Yes.
Yep. The only way
He's
to pull
getting
this
that
off
good
is going to be
stuff.
bloodshed.
Yeah.
That's exactly the point that Jack makes.
You can't
Yeah.
change this society. The only thing you could probably do is return them to
Yeah.
the way they were. The beasts
Yes.
killing the humans again.
Exactly.
Unless Chaka can make a difference.
It would be nice if they could just be like, hey, we'll give you some farming equipment so you stop doing this.
That's right there. That's I've seen the cave drawings, man. That just
Yeah,
irritates me.
exactly.
Yeah.
They have to start somewhere.
So, Daniel's been a little bit naive because, remember Katao, 2 episodes
Yep.
back when SG-6 lost 2 members in an incursion? It's impossible to prepare for the unknown.
Yeah.
You can't just assume that you can avoid bloodshed.
Yep.
I like that
Absolutely.
Amanda and Chris spend literally the whole episode just to hear.
Yes, on the ridge.
Yeah. The way they handle it is really good though. Like I do love that Stargate is like able to have this team and all these little dynamics. They're able to split up like this and do what they need to do. So
Mm.
it's very good.
Oh boy.
Dear oh dear,
Here
my
we go.
poor guy.
God.
The Unis have always been like my favorite. Like in the
Really?
Stargate RPG thing, I've always been like, I would love to be an Unis if I played that with people.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just
Okay.
think they're so fascinating. You know, they're just us, just further back. You know, it's they haven't fully evolved in all the ways they can, but in some ways they're cooler than us. So it's like,
Yeah.
ooh. I think ever since Thor's hammer, I've always been really mesmerized by how cool and brutal and fascinating they are, and also they're like the first hosts. It's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
That is cool. Yeah, that is a cool detail.
This is one of my favorite locations in the show. I really wish
The cages.
not the barn,
I
the
was gonna say the whole
village.
thing. Yeah, I was like, what?
Yes, the dark and yes, it reminds me of Christ's birth. So yeah, no.
Bethlehem.
Jeez. Everyone had to start somewhere. So.
That's true. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
pity
I
that they
love
weren't
quite
able to
cozy.
use the
This
set
is
again.
great.
Because there
No,
was
it's-
plans to use it again in Atlantis, but it had really deteriorated by then.
Yeah,
That's a shame.
Alex
But
does
this
such a
is-
good job.
Yeah.
He does, he does. All three of them do a great job.
It just like just this makes me so sad. There's no need.
Yeah, well, you've got to communicate so much through your eyes because that and your mouth because like you can't see
Yep.
the rest of your face really, and it would be
Mm.
restricted by all that heavy makeup and I don't know what it'd be like some form of I don't know
Yeah.
plastic or whatever.
My favorite thing about this is that Shaka can't just leave. He has to try and get everybody. You know, he wants to help.
Yeah,
And like, cause he's a good guy, you know. That was quite funny.
danger. He gets it now.
Yeah.
Oh
He's not stupid, you know.
no, he's not stupid.
Like, guys, shh.
Yeah, but you're gonna start a prison riot.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
isn't it that
exactly.
like a lot of these Unas aren't as far evolved as like Shaka and all that
I
because
think
they've
they're
been
part of like
inbred so
different
much.
clans.
Yeah, but I thought these ones were like a bit more inbred, so that as a result, their brains had like kind of just gone a bit.
I don't know because
UF.
he's been I guess he's been free for so long, so yeah, he's developed a little bit differently, and I think he has more speech, like he has
Yep.
more
Yeah,
yeah, his vocab is a little bit different.
Yep.
yeah. And they finally moved them slightly away from all the green.
Oh, here we go.
Put them in it.
Yeah.
Like Burrock wouldn't see this coming, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I think he insinuated that he knew that they had other people with them. It wasn't just
Yeah.
Jack and Daniel, but he
Yep.
hadn't seen them.
Oh dear.
Oh, ouch.
Crap.
Well, that's frustrating.
So I wasn't sure whether I should mention this at all, because it kind of sounds maybe a little bit insensitive, but I've tried to word this as best I can.
Okay.
So
Okay.
in his blog, Joe Malozzi said that he was taken aback when Larry Drake's name came up, so Barak's name. So apparently his portrayal of Benny, who was a character with intellectual disabilities in LA law, was so authentic and powerful that he had mistakenly thought that they cast an actor from the disabled community
Who was mentally
for the role.
challenged? Wow.
Well, compliments to
That
the
is a
actor for
compliment to
doing
an
a good job.
actor. Uh-huh.
Yeah. I think you did a good job there, Evie, without coming across as insensitive.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I don't know that word. You do now. Ah.
Oh, there's
So
the shy
cute.
one.
Uh-huh.
Isn't
Shy
that
one.
cute?
That's Alex, isn't it? The shy
Yeah,
one.
it sure
Yeah.
is. Even through the makeup, I can tell that it's him.
Yeah.
Aka, thank you. Jack Fisher says, Ko.
Yes.
Give it here.
Did Michael enjoy doing this Shaka stuff? I forgot.
I haven't specifically asked him about the Una stuff. I'd love to have him back to talk about it.
This
Yeah,
can be
you
quite
should.
a difficult thing to try and like take seriously because he's speaking like such a
You'd have to believe
Yeah.
it.
broken language. Yeah. But he does it really well where I really believe that he's, doing it.
You haven't been able to interview Dion Johnstone, have you, recently?
No, I think Chad had him on Gate World. If unless I did, I can't remember. Someone interviewed him on Gate. I think I did, and
Okay.
I haven't been able to get him to sit down for Dial the Gate. He won't do it. So.
I'm not gonna lie, I love that David's got
Okay.
such a like huge amount of work with Stargate stuff that he's like, I can't even remember certain things anymore. And
It's the
like,
truth.
yeah,
Yes,
It's
all
the
the
truth.
interviews
So
just
much.
blur together.
Gate
You
World has
lucky
hundreds. Oh, so they know that they're out there. Okay.
yeah.
But yeah, they were certainly firing back against them. So
Yeah, they were. Oh, the physicality. That role must have been so exhausting, just like
Yeah.
having to squat down and jump around the place like that.
I couldn't do it. I'm 26 and my legs can barely bend.
Oh no. Well, I'm working on my flexibility with yoga, but I did almost die taking on a different class the other week.
The only time I see me doing exercise when I'm running for a train, so I love the way that the Unas move. They're just so cool.
Yeah.
I think I always just had a fascination. So like my dad used to make masks and stuff for like conventions, and he did a green demon from Buffy that's very like similar to the Unas in
Ah.
style, and I think it just always kind of stuck with me as something really fascinating.
He should have done an Unas.
Yeah, I know. I think it
That
was
would have been
just
really cool.
it was just before I was born, I think. So
Oh, okay.
Shaka full of nuts. Oh boy.
Yeah. That military mindset.
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It does look like Alex.
Oh
They can learn.
Yeah, very quickly.
God, Jack, what? Like, calm down, bro.
Oh,
Cute. It's
the
all-
understanding.
Mm,
Oh boy.
no.
Okay, guys, so just so you know, this is like a sample from the Beats of Burden's first album.
Chaka
So the
Zo.
song is titled Shaka Zo, and then, in brackets, the choice is freedom.
Ah, there you go.
Evie. If we ever do like the Stargate RPG and play it, and like I'm an Unis, like I'm gonna incorporate that into my story. Logwatcher said Shanks did mention that one of his favorite stories from season 4 was the first ones, and he had worked with Dion on stage in Hamlet. Yes.
Ah,
Yes, he
okay.
has. Yeah, I think we might have mentioned that
That's why I'm
before.
thinking. I feel like we've mentioned it before, but obviously
Yeah.
we're getting to the point with as well where we hit a lot of episodes, so it's like, whoa, it all comes together.
Chaka Zo.
Look, Jack, if a dog turned around and said something like dog bark, then I'd be like, whoa,
Yeah.
dog used words
Absolutely.
instead of noises. Oh, it does, but
Mm,
who are you to
that's
make
a lot.
that like decision
Yeah.
change? It's gonna take years to try and get that out and like try and convince the people because they're so stuck in their ways.
Exactly.
Yeah, but Chaka actually, by season 7 is the one who does it. So he makes peace.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh boy.
It is a boy, I
That's
think.
not what I meant, but yeah.
Well, your father's a rude dude, but so are we in this case, I guess. And we're gonna shoot your father soon, so.
So what he should be saying is, I'm Zori.
Is that the next song on the album? Shakazo, Zori. What else can we come up with?
He's protecting the kid. Look at that.
Yeah.
Not today, my guy. Oh, that was quite cute.
Mm-hmm.
Look how much love and, cuteness the Unis are capable of.
They're still slaves.
They
Yeah.
are, yeah. So that interaction between I think Daniel and Jack really, I think, points out the moral tug of war at the center of this episode.
Yeah.
Deborah Kraft pointed out in her review that the focus is not on what's right or what's wrong, but how Jack and Daniel react differently to the same problem. So they both know that the Unis's enslavement isn't right, but they're at odds at how to handle it properly. So Daniel's all about talking it out peacefully, while Jack, who's more shaped by his experiences in the military, isn't convinced that this can happen without bloodshed.
Well, that's proven by the end.
Yeah.
There is going to be bloodshed.
Actually, the end doesn't sit right with me, but I'll get into
Yeah?
that later.
Yeah.
He does
Oh,
a good
nice.
job in this. He's a good
Yeah.
villain.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, by the way, I just checked. I feel like we missed it earlier, or it's coming up or something. But yeah, the Unis on this planet in particular are inbred due to all the servitude for generations, which has begun to affect their
Right,
ability to
okay.
evolve with their speech and everything.
Right.
That's what I thought. That's why a lot of them are just like only capable of just the grunts and less of the talk.
But they've had no one to teach them either.
Yeah, so it's a combination.
Yeah. Change your ways, which is not easy.
Not if you deposit them on that planet. Exactly. Evie, Anthony said you need a choreographer to learn the Shaka Shuffle, the music video.
The
That's
Shaka
really
Shuffle.
cute.
Oh, that is cute. Oh God. So, Daniel was just arguing that the Unas and the people of this planet don't coexist. So, Deborah Kraft questioned if the Unas society, with all of its ritual sacrifices and combats for leadership, could progress swiftly to favor peace with humans over aggression and thereby disrupting the cycle of conflict. But I think for me, it all boils down to sort of like the do unto others philosophy. Like maybe it's time for the humans to take a good look in the mirror and rethink their approach first.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, I love this.
Also, Barok
you
using
go.
the P90.
Yep.
So that's the catch when moving to user-friendly weapons. So suddenly even self-proclaimed colonels think they can handle them.
Yeah.
Sure thing. Ooh.
Urias Tosh said that Unis were never made a prominent force, like the Free Jafar. Personally, they
Yeah.
feel they should have been the third piece of the Gould, anti-gold stuff. And I actually
Yeah.
agree to a degree, yeah. I think that they could have had an extra place. It would have been harder and more difficult, but it could
Uh-oh.
have been potentially done.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
boy.
that's way too user-friendly.
Yeah, that is not great.
Yeah,
And
that's
now the
going to make
morning.
everything better. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is so sad.
I forgot how intense this episode is.
It
Yeah.
is. Yeah, it's pretty
It's
heavy in
pretty
the themes.
messed up, yeah.
Actually, Jack loses his weapon in the next episode too.
Jack's got to stop losing his weapons.
Oh boy.
Hmm.
Good, I'll show you.
I'll remember that for the next trivia session.
Actually, I was so inspired after yesterday's trivia that I've already written 2 questions for
Yeah,
next
There you
time we
go.
do trivia.
I'm already thinking as well. Curious Tosh said that they have a theory the biggest reason the Unis weren't brought back for more was because of the cost of the costumes and production and everything. Yeah, that makes complete sense.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe the costumes like deteriorated or something over time.
And it's a lot to dress people up and do that, you know,
It
when you only have
would
3
be.
outfits.
Yeah, it'd be probably hours per
Like
actor
Enemy
in the
Mine.
chairs.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, yes. Duh, duh, duh.
Oh boy.
Yeah. They finally made it in daylight. God, Amanda is so beautiful.
She is.
Yes, no question.
Loads of innocence. Like, also, you got to think,
Mm.
how many of these people don't actually, like, agree with these methods and they're just following the leader because that's how things work, you know? It's like, that's
I
always what
know.
bothers me about, like, war and stuff, is so many people are forcibly
Oh,
dragged.
there's always going to be people who don't agree that are caught in the
Yeah.
crossfires.
It's so upsetting. I mean, I don't like war anyway, but that's one thing that really miffs me off is that you're dragged in.
Imagine an alien came to your planet and told you would have to stop eating all different kinds of meat and free all your domestic animals because they are thinking, self-aware beings, and what
Yeah, we
you're
would
doing
not
is
be
wrong.
Yeah.
We'd have a
That
pretty negative reaction.
Is the level of transformation that we are suggesting when looking on the outside in, saying, well, these
true.
people are so stupid. Why don't they see what they're doing?
Yeah, that's a good
You
point.
can't upend a society without a significant amount of damage and potentially bloodshed.
This has got to be a
Yeah.
slow process over time. What they're asking is definitely a lot. Like, I don't like it, but it is such an extreme. It can't just change overnight.
No.
If not, all our problems in the world would be solved. But
Well, that's it.
not how it happens. So
No, there's no simple solution.
no, really frustrating. I wish it was that simple to sort stuff out, but it's not.
Oh, yeah.
Man, imagine how much would get done.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh God, Daniel's looking so like defeated.
He just looks defeated.
Yeah. I
Do
don't
they
like
have enough
seeing him
firepower to... I guess they have enough firepower to pull this off.
sad. Yeah.
So...
They're smart enough to understand like all
Uh-huh.
these words.
Yeah,
My
they
dog can
understand
barely
commands.
understand food. The word.
So your dog?
Yeah.
Your dog is a canine. I mean, we're talking something closer to,
I know.
to
I'm just doing a
certain
comparison
primates here.
Oh my
of like,
God.
Jack loves dogs and he'd do
Yep.
it like he loves them, but the Eunice no, and it's like, look how much smarter they are.
Yep, this is true.
I love my dog, but she a dum dum.
Greyhounds are among the less intelligent species.
Yeah, they're just made
Of-
to run fast. But that's
Yeah.
why I love them, because they're so innocent. They just
They're
all they want is
dopey
to
and they're adorable.
Yeah.
kill. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just big bundles of love.
So cool.
All that water. Bye bye.
Look at all those extras.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of people there.
Yeah.
A lot of paychecks.
A lot of paychecks.
Dear, oh
Someone in
dear.
accounting was very busy. There
Sucker.
goes Michael Shank's double.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I think that's him. It looked like him from behind.
Probably.
Trying to be popular.
These little
That was
jokes.
good.
Yeah.
It's cute.
Don't make us explain again. Back away.
Yeah. Get yourself out. There you go.
Danger.
The way that she's like,
Look at it. Checking her out.
Yeah.
Do you think he's also thinking, wow, you have such beautiful
Becca.
blue eyes?
Hmm.
Lockwatcher said it was probably one of RDA's doubles. I mean, there are so many doubles, aren't there? Might as
Oh,
well.
there's a lot
Yeah.
of folks. Yep. That are involved in this. Let's go. Where's Burrock?
Waiting for his moment to be the
know.
worst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Herb.
Yeah, put that down. Walk away.
Yeah,
Good,
he's
good.
not really committed
Smart.
to the fight.
Yeah.
Nah.
It's like, I'm not going to die for them.
I respect it.
Yeah.
Ah, Canada.
This is
Yep.
true.
Love it. Look how green and pretty it is.
It's very beautiful. He's
Friend.
picking up something on his radar. Oh, it's Tilk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh.
Dion's expressions
been-
are so cool.
I know,
He's
he's
so
he's just
expressive.
excellent.
I want an Unis as a friend.
This is
Not
a
this
trap.
way. It's bad. Yeah. It's a trap.
It's a
Yeah,
trap.
every time I watch when I watch Sweet Magnolias now, I always just think of Dion Johnstone, who's like one of the romantic leads. I always just think of him as Shaka.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Oh.
No.
Ah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like they're trying not to kill them. They're like, yep, we're gonna
Yeah.
make sure it's all good.
Yeah.
Apparently that was Dan Shay that fell in the creek.
Really? Not surprised.
Oh, Dan. That man can
Furious
take a
Tosh said,
fall.
He can.
I want an Unis drinking buddy. I'm never losing a bar fight again.
So there's a continuity error here. So Barok fires with the staff weapon open, and when the camera angle switches back to him, it's
closed.
closed.
Yeah, we
Yeah, I
just
saw
saw we
that.
just saw it closed. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. No, no, no. Oh.
Oh.
Oh boy.
I have so many
Took
feelings
one
on this
in the
episode. I don't even know
back.
how to like begin putting this whole moment together.
Yeah.
Mm.
He
I was
shot the
so
other Unos in
like-
the back, and now here we go.
I was so happy to
Yeah.
see this happen, to see like Shaka get like, you know, revenge for his people. But at the same time, I'm like, you're killing someone's dad. Like that is a man who's just been the way he's been this whole time.
Yep.
You know?
He doesn't know any other way.
No.
He's just been
like,
introduced to it. So,
It needs time to
Yep.
sink in.
and obviously Chaka changes his mind between 5 and 7
Yeah.
because peace is more important than utter annihilation.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh,
Aw. He made it out.
yeah.
Can 2 of them do the job though? I don't think they would have made it with just the 2 of them. I think that Chaka would have had to get more of the others.
Yeah, bring in some reinforcements
Uh-huh.
from his planet. Are the Unis capable of using the Stargate on their own?
No, I don't think so.
Mm.
I think they could eventually learn how,
Yeah.
but not by themselves. They have to be taught how to use it.
Yeah. No? Other way around.
Yeah.
Plot twist.
Yeah. He was
Kind
getting
of.
them out of there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Respect it.
Kind of, but um, I actually find this ending pretty tough to digest.
Yeah.
That's what I
Because, like,
mean.
Daniel's nudging Shaka towards revenge, and as we saw, there's a child in that town, and there might be more
I
kids
don't
as
want,
well.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
I
Ooh.
think Deborah Kraft in her Gate World review sort of nailed it when she said that we never saw any human kindness towards the Unas. So the episode sort of zeroes in on human brutality, skewing our perspective of the characters and leaving us questioning if they even deserve to be saved.
Mm.
So you kind of don't really dwell on it. But when I was watching it the other day, I'm just like, yeah, they're basically just allowing Shaka to just do what he will with her.
Shaka to Che
Yeah.
Guevara.
Yeah, yeah,
Brilliant.
exactly.
This is the thing. So what I mean by respect is his decision there is only that I respect that he's going to go alone and go and do it and not like drag Daniel into everything, and he's going to go and try and save his
Yeah.
people. And I think it's important to fight for your people, but it's
But it'd be
so
mass murder.
messy. Yeah. And that's the
Yeah.
problem that, you know,
So somebody on Reddit made a fun comment. They said, I wanted to kick him in the buttocks.
brilliant.
Um,
Brilliant.
And also to end, Deborah Kraft said that this episode was a wonderful study of morality, a
It really
subject
is.
few TV shows dare to examine. And she said that this episode does for this season what The Other Side did for season 4. It
Agreed.
boldly leads the audience into a complex, unclear realm of moral ambiguity.
This is what I mean. So what they've done is both good and bad, because yay for the Unas,
Mm,
bad for the people living there, but the people living there are kind of, you know, crappy, but they're just living the way they know how to live. And it's like,
yeah.
it's so complicated. And you don't, 40 minutes is not enough time to try and settle everything
Try to
there.
unpack
So
everything. Yeah.
it's a
Yep.
lot. I've always loved the Unas, so I'm really like, I love seeing them. I love seeing Shaka, and I love seeing this kind of story for them. It's horrible and interesting and teaches a lot.
This is
So
what sci-fi does. Beast of Burden, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. All right, gang.
I'll go first, shall I?
Shall you?
That
You
was
shall.
some heavy subject matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we covered so much of everything in this during the episode that I don't really need to say much else really. It's such a heavy episode with a lot of important conversations, you know. There's
Hmm.
like the whole slavery thing, and there's like and like the changing in society. Like this is their planet. This is how they do
Yeah.
things. I don't agree with it, but you know, it's not my job to go in and make the changes immediately. You know, societies need time to change and be better.
Time is the
which is-
thing. Yeah.
which is
And,
what
and
we-
an
we've done.
example.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like it's
So-
taken
Yeah.
us thousands of years to get to where we are now, and we're still not perfect. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's time is important. And so I would say, based on everything, Shaka, the Eunice, I love them so much. Anytime I see them, I have a fantastic time. I would probably give this a 6.
Okay. Evie.
Okay. Um, so there are definitely parts of this episode that don't sit well with me, as I said at the very end. I'm not sure how I feel about SG-1 essentially supporting Shaka just
Arming
taking
him.
out his revenge
Yeah.
on the town that has, enslaved his people,
Mm-hmm.
especially because, there are children on that planet.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure whether they would be kind to the children because they don't know any better or if they don't understand the difference.
I would
You
have
know?
loved to have seen Child Unas.
Yeah,
You
me
know
too.
they have
Child
them.
Unas would have been so cute. Well, they have to have had them. Yeah.
We just don't see any.
No, we don't see any. So yeah, I think that the acting from the three that plagued the Unis was incredible.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always amazed by like their physicality and the amount of expression in their faces that they're able to portray when they're probably quite restricted with all of the makeup and the prosthetics. So I think with that in mind, I'd probably give it a 4. So yeah, I think a 4 is a decent middle ground. But yeah, it's tough because they're sort of suggesting that the society needs to change. But that's an incredibly hard ask, and Daniel almost makes it sound so easy. And it's not. Like, they're essentially just going in, shifting things around and leaving, and then it's just up to the occupants of this planet
to pick up the
take it
pieces.
from there.
Yeah.
And
SG-1 messed up.
I think we mentioned it in maybe the last episode or the episode before that. They don't have a prime directive,
That's
like
correct.
they do in Star Trek.
Daniel mentioned this. This would not be the first time that we've interfered in a society. He mentions that while he's in the...
It's tough. It's
Well,
just a tough. Yeah, it's a tough
I think
subject.
that's why I like this episode, because it's SG-1 being in the wrong again. The other side is great because SG-1 was in the wrong and then only corrected it toward the end after they already had such an impact on the war going on between the two sides. And I think that's why I gave it a 6, just because I like when my heroes are in such a weird, fragile place and they make human mistakes.
Is SG-1 a net positive in the other side? Yes. Looking at season 7, of course it's sticky. Not saying that. I'm saying net positive. I'm saying the final analysis. When you look at season 7's enemy mine, is SG-1's presence on this planet in Beast of Burden a net positive? Yes. They free Shaka, and Shaka ultimately frees the people and his people. The human people, and they develop a coexisting society. So, but that doesn't mean it's easy. So, war can be a powerful engine for change.
What have you got, David?
This is a 5 for me.
4, 5, 6.
Yeah, we're doing that a lot lately. This
look at us.
Has an amazing set of performances from Michael, particularly from Dion, and from Alex. As Shaka and Shy-One, respectively. Daniel, Shaka, and Shy-One, I guess. I love the location in this episode. I love the cinematography. It is beautiful in the rain. And the story is one that doesn't have easy answers. The story is one that, I mean, the chat has been lit up like a Christmas tree. Talking about all this. And I give it a 5.
I like that. I like
Okay.
Nicole, you want to break them all down?
Yeah, so Anthony said 4. Jacob said 4 for tackling themes of morality and slavery, and always liked the Unis episodes. Gecko Fett said, I love the ending because it leaves you in a realm of questioning. Yes, those endings are always fun. Jean Diada said, I think it's just shy of a 6. It's a very strong 5. I accidentally skipped some here, so Gecko Fett said 5 out of 7.
Okay.
Lockwatch said this is a 6 for me. Larry's and Michael's performances, top notch.
Larry Drake, oh my god, I apologize. Larry Drake.
Yeah, he was very good.
In the end, you felt a little sorry for what was to befall the residents of the planet. Daniel handed Shaka a choice. Candy Mitch, a 6. Urius Tosh said it's at least a 5. Jed Ted said 6. Shimmering Victoria, 4, mostly from the makeup and the glory that is Michael Shanks.
Glory,
right.
yes, well said.
6. Lockwatcher said this is a bit similar to the other side, and the episode the team handled off the ability to take out the bad guys. It's a very they just left it with someone else to finish off.
The bad guys are just more transparent in this one. That's all. So
Becca said 4, great acting, and I like Jack letting Daniel take the lead even when he didn't agree. Definitely some questionable choices in this one. And by the way, I do have a bit of a lisp at the moment because of my tooth's really hurting. So if that
can't notice it. You're fine.
I had a question, right? So I tried to draw Evie's drawing from my memory of what I just saw, so that we can play the game right now, unless you've sorted it on your own.
Oh, I've sorted it out.
Great. Okay. Well, I'm going to share what I tried to draw in a minute. If you
should I try?
Should we do it now, David?
Are you happy for me to try?
Sure.
Yep. All right. Let me see if I can do this.
And if you can't, I've got the whiteboard right there of a terribly drawn thing that Evie can judge, and then Evie can tell us what it is. I think I know what the episode is based on what I saw.
Oh,
give the
okay.
audience time.
All right.
I might be wrong though.
Okay, let me try and share this.
She's
Can you
got
guys
it.
see it?
Yes.
A chicken leg. I know who it is.
I think I know who it is. Yeah, I 100% already thought I knew what it was.
Zoom in,
but I'm gonna give the
Yvie.
audience.
Zoom in.
Sorry,
know how
one
to do
sec. I'm just trying to figure out this.
Yep.
There you go.
crushed it.
It took a second, but this is great. All right, let's see if anyone in the chat
So I
gets
kind of
it.
made it anime style.
Yeah. No, your drawing is so good. Gene Diotta got it. Well, Lockwatcher may have, but he didn't announce it first. Gene Diotta,
Yeah.
Nehru's very good.
Yeah, in a beachhead when
Yeah,
he's just like,
that's
I know
it.
what you did.
It's
What is this?
I just
Chicken.
want-
Chicken. It's a rare delicacy.
So this was my
But then they
attempt.
say they're going to cut off his food
Yeah.
at the
Yeah.
end. Hammond
Yeah,
says it.
that's right.
Yeah.
Hunger.
Landry says
No,
it, yeah.
Landry.
So this was my attempt to mimic what Evie drew, because I only got to see it for like a whole 10
Can
seconds.
you turn it off? Turn off sharing, Evie?
Yep.
Thank you.
No. Evie, you're still sharing because all you did was spread the egg. Cool.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm
This
just
is my
trying to go
attempt
between screens.
to mimic it as best I could.
Oh!
I tried to get his weird sash as well because he had like a sash. I was like, I think it's
Oh, so
Nero's,
you already
so I'm
saw
gonna do
it.
that.
Okay.
I saw it for 2 seconds while
And you
Evie
mimicked
was
that
getting
in
it
2
up.
seconds. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I was like,
good
I know what that
job.
is. I saw the chicken, I saw that, I went Nero. So it's him crying about his
Didn't
sash.
occur to me until, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so
really well
I
done.
figured it out. Also, Gene Diotta said, Nicole, is the socket hurting? Could be dry socket, yada yada. Yeah, it's not. It's around the socket. The socket itself is fine. So thank you for that, though. Appreciate you looking after me, Gene Diotta. Right. I'm
Guys-
looking forward to this next episode to a degree.
Let's do it.
To a
All right,
degree.
To a degree.
Yes.
The Tomb.
Yeah.
I enjoy this show. So give me
Yeah,
just a moment
I
here.
think I've come to enjoy it more than maybe I did originally. So looking forward to watching it with you guys.
I like that I
Right.
got taught the term ziggurat. I don't know if anyone saw on Instagram.
It's not a
I,
pyramid, it's a ziggurat. Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
ziggurat.
Ziggurat. So good.
Okay.
I think I've actually got quite a lot of notes
Okay.
on this episode, especially like straight off the bat.
Okay.
I think so.
All right. I'm ready on my end. You guys ready?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. Let's see the tomb in 5, 4, 3. My name is David Reed. I'm with Nicole
Hello.
and Yvie,
Hello.
and we're watching Stargate SG-1 Season 5, Episode 8, The Tomb, and that was a ziggurat.
That is a ziggurat.
Not a pyramid.
So
ziggurat.
I wanted to mention straight off the bat, it is worth noting that this episode won a Leo Award in 2001 for Best Production Design in a Dramatic Series.
Yes.
And Peter West was also nominated for Best Cinematography.
Yep. I'd love to have him on.
That would be so cool. So this is a Malozzi and Mully episode directed by Peter DeLuise.
Yeah, Ivana Vosic did the set design on this. It was brilliant, and if you'll
Yep.
notice with the angles, the gold corridors are behind these, so they just built on top. Of
Oh,
them.
that's amazing.
Oh, that's cool.
I had no idea.
I love how they're able to do that.
I love that. And then it's like, isn't it a pack of cigarettes on the floor?
That's right.
Yes.
It was only a matter of time before this was a problem again.
Yeah, I do find this really cool that like the Russians have the other gate and
They sure
butts
do.
around.
So I think this scene could have had like a CSI style transition to the opening credits with
Yeah.
Jack putting on his sunglasses and saying something like, "Where there's smoke, there's fire."
That is exactly what I would have wanted.
The tomb is good. Gecko Fet Web. Was it a matte painting? So yes, that was a matte painting.
Love those matte
Introducing the scene.
paintings.
The tomb set is on stage 5 next door to the SG-1 set. Atlantis will eventually be in stage 5.
Ah, that's a cool bit of trivia.
Stage 4 and 5 were together in one building.
Oh.
Would they like have lunch together ever? Because they were like between sets, like they were like quite close together. Would they be like, "Hey, Atlantis, do you want let's hang out?" Or do they just not have time for that?
Have lunch together.
Yeah.
There was, I mean, the crews. Did they lunch at the same time?
That's what I'm wondering. Yeah. Did they ever get the
Every day
chance?
was different. depending on what they were shooting. I suspect that
Yeah.
they did.
He's so cute. I would love some
That
pictures.
is cute.
Yeah.
Sharing tables together,
Yeah.
splitting desserts.
Oh,
What episode are
the
you on,
craft
Jay?
service,
It's adorable.
the craft service tent was awesome, and the craft service, the catering was good.
Ah.
Yeah.
Jealous that David knows this.
So, coming up, probably, it's probably in another minute or so, but the photo featured on the second to last Russian officer's dossier is Peter DeLuise.
Mm-hmm.
Brilliant.
Colonel or Dr. Britsky, whoever the guy with the white beard, that's Douglas
Yes.
MacLean.
Ah, because to me it looks like Greg Davies from Taskmaster UK.
The final image on the right is Doug MacLean. So
Oh yeah,
It looks
Yeah.
like Greg Davies from Taskmaster.
I see it.
the Eye of Marduk, the Eye of Tiamat.
Tiamat.
Yeah, which was a dragon, I
Yeah.
believe.
Ah.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so that's 57 degrees Celsius.
Yes,
Cool.
it's quite hot. I have experienced 135 Fahrenheit.
That's nuts.
It was.
So I thought it
I'm
gets
glad I have.
very hot.
That's just well, you just can't. You wouldn't be able to breathe.
It was very hard.
Oh,
To quote Monica from that one episode of Friends, the humidity. Too much.
I experienced it with like 30% humidity, so pretty low.
Wow,
that's-
at least
that's
at least
alright.
there was that. So when Daniel speculates that the Russians opened the temple, I wanted to rephrase a quote from The Mummy, like the
Oh,
first
boy.
movie,
Oh my
and
God, yes.
say no harm ever came from opening a door, but there's always a first time.
That's true.
Yep. I love
Well,
Jack's
I
reaction.
mean-
He's like, "Excuse me,
Yep.
what?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in Joe Malozzi's blog, he clarified that Jack's attitude towards the Russians isn't due to a Cold War mindset.
Oh.
He said that Jack would have reacted similarly if the team was from another country, as his issue was with them being imposed on him and potentially challenging his command, not their nationality. So
That
as it
makes me feel
turns
better.
out, they did end up having a secret mission of their own, which ends up conflicting with SG-1's mission. But yeah, that aside.
Oh,
Apparently
boy.
in terms
Goodness.
of apparently in terms of timelines, this is supposed to have taken place 10 months after Watergate.
Wow. Schist. The
Yeah, because-
consistent
Cigarettes.
joke.
Yeah, because Svetlana Markov is familiar with Colonel Zhukov.
Yes, yes.
Those names.
I know. So it seems like Daniel and Sam don't recall Marduk, even though his name has actually come up before. So Kendra mentioned him back in Thor's Hammer as the Goa'uld who abducted her from her homeworld.
Really?
Yeah.
How could he have done that if he was in prison?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't write these scripts.
Interesting. Maybe another Goa'uld posing as him.
Yeah, so I wanted to just mention some of the cast here. Valarin is played by Alexander Kalajin, and I apologize if I'm mispronouncing any of these names. This is actually his third and final appearance on Stargate. He previously appeared as a rogue NID member in Shades of Grey and a bodyguard in Divide and Conquer. But both roles are uncredited. And Zhukov is played by Earl Pastko. So this is his only Stargate appearance, but he's actually best known for his minor role in the John Travolta film Battlefield Earth, based on the book by Scientology founder L. Ron Hubbard. And he also featured in 3 episodes of Orphan Black as Bulldog. and Marchenko and Tolonev. So the Russian team also includes Vitaly Kravchenko as Dr. Marchenko and Jennifer Haley as Lieutenant Tolonov. So while this is Vitaly's only Stargate role, he's actually no stranger to working with his co-star, Alexander Kalajan. So both played slam bosses in the Chronicles of Riddick. And despite often portraying Russians, Vitaly is actually Ukrainian. And
sense.
Jennifer is well known for her role as Ensign Diana Hardball
Battlestar
Celix in Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah.
And interestingly, we brought this up before, she was actually in the running to portray Sam's protege, Jennifer Haley.
That's correct. And she has the name.
She does have the name exactly. And also the Russian team's patches display 3B1, which actually translates to SG-1.
So we just blew over here that the DHD was taken by the Red Army in World War II. And that is a direct plug into Stargate Origins. That is why the Germans have the DHD.
Yes,
and there's
that's
a line
good
that says it's just
tie-in.
Yep, one of the Germans says it's just like the one in Berlin. So
That's
Stargate
crazy.
Origins does have SG-1 elements.
Yes, it does have its role.
Stargate
So,
Origins was
mic
actually
drop.
like it had so many interesting little moments in it. I appreciate
Whether
it.
you like it or
Yeah, I
not,
need to
there's
rewatch
Goa'uld,
it.
there's Harcesis, and that was a big one.
I watched it the second I won the competition for the Stargate Superfan thing.
Yep.
I was like, right, got to catch up. So
In the credits, Lieutenant Tolonov's last name is mistakenly uses the masculine suffix. So
Yep.
it should actually be Toloneva.
Toloneva, yeah.
But some of the dubs fix this. And sometimes if you listen, the actors do actually correctly call her
Interesting.
Toloneva.
Yeah, I was gonna say when it comes to any Eastern European names like that. So like my boyfriend pointed out that so his last name is Edrev with a V just at the end, and his dad is Edrev, but his sister and his mother are Edreva.
Dreva.
Interesting.
Yeah. I think we did mention this last time we had the Russians in Watergate.
Yeah,
If you
I'm
say
sure
it
came up.
wrong, is it a sign of disrespect to them?
Maybe
don't
I don't
know.
know. Maybe not so much this day and age, but
I think in this day and
maybe
age, it's definitely
prior.
people are used to it, especially with how
Yeah.
the rest of the world works. You know, like nobody really adds the feminine on the end except that region. So
Yeah.
they'd understand
So
that we'd make a boo-boo.
I was going to mention the weapon preferences. So Zhukov's preference for the M85 apparently is a strange choice since it uses NATO rounds, not the typical Russian armor. And the M85 was initially designed for use by the Yugoslavians military before the nation divided. So it's not a Russian weapon.
Stay in close formation. If you get separated, maintain contact on channel 3.
Yes. Thank you. A little translation.
Oh, did you know that?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's coming through obviously in the text that we see, but I did
Yes.
actually find that online as well.
Yep.
Dear, oh dear.
Oh, here
So
we
with
go.
the Russian uniforms, the Russian troops are actually wearing black berets, which is a detail that suggests they're actually part of the naval infantry, Russia's equivalent to the Marines.
No, sir.
We're being good boys. Don't worry.
And he slaps the gate.
Yes,
The
I
puddle.
love that actually.
Yeah.
I don't know
That's
why.
That
kinda
was
do.
$5,000. That was a $5,000 slap.
Honestly.
Yeah, I love this
It-
look.
it-
This is a great look.
It's
Yes,
like in
he's like, yes,
200
I'm gonna
when he
behave.
decided to have the
I'm
puppet
trying to.
point, and it's like, wow, thank
Yep.
you, RDA. But look, he's stretching sci-fi, you know. He's like, hey, look, they
That's
can do it. So-
Yeah. So in
Good
his
painting.
blog, Joe Malozzi praised the set design for this episode and expressed regret at not taking a souvenir stone before it was dismantled.
Aw.
There were plenty to go around, that's for sure.
Oh, there would have
Yeah.
been.
Jeez.
Uh-huh. This was Evie earlier trying to figure out how to get her computer
This
to
is
work
me,
properly.
yes.
I love that he wiped his bum of sand. I would do the same. He
Yeah,
got up
you
and
don't want
wiped
a
his bum.
sandy bum.
Absolutely.
So apparently Daniel's terminology is slightly off. So it should be Babylon, not Babylonian.
Babylonian? Interesting. Well,
Babylon.
half the world says nuclear, and it drives me nuts. And etc. Ugh.
Yeah, isn't it nuclear? Who says
Correct.
nuclear?
Talk to anyone. Every other person will say nuclear. Nuclear.
Ew.
Yeah.
I think I do, but that's with my
Wait,
bad
I've got an
Australian
important
accent.
question. I've got an important question. Is it aluminium or aluminum?
But if you're so regionally, if you're matching the spelling, it is aluminium, but we don't say it like that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So it's the same way it grinds my gears when someone says aluminum, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, but you say laboratory. You know, I mean, it's laboratory. No, it's just laboratory. Yeah, that's how you.
I say lavatory. Do people say lavatory?
Laboratory.
Laboratory.
Laboratory. So I thought about
Yeah.
toilets. My brain. I've always got
there's
toilet
all
brain.
kinds of words that the Brits shorten. So
Yeah.
laboratory.
Gotta save that money.
You say
Gotta save that
you
money
say
for
laboratory.
newspapers.
It's laboratory. So come on, I don't want to hear any more of it. So, that's my whole point. We cut out words. You cut out words. Life.
We all do silly things.
That's it.
It all has the same meaning though, regardless of how it's pronounced.
It's
right?
funny. We all get it. We're just nitpicky.
That's funny. So Michael Shanks actually said that he really enjoyed playing Daniel in this episode because the character got to use his archaeological expertise and it had the team deciphering old languages and solving puzzles, and it really played to his strengths.
Oh, it's a Tomb Raider kind of episode, literally.
It is a Tomb Raider.
Indiana Jones.
Yes, it does give off indie vibes.
Daniel left the whip at home. I can't believe that he tries to he makes that kind of flirty comment.
At a funeral. It's so awkward. Who brings up whips at a funeral?
You can see the gold walls.
I really can.
That's true.
Now you
like,
pointed it out.
They're like,
But you know what? It makes sense that there's a gold ziggurat, and that the architecture would be very similar.
And it has the shape of a pyramid. So
yeah.
Yep, it really works.
That was a really good design decision to make everything just look like a pyramid, and then they could just reuse and recycle.
Oof.
He's not going to be identifying anytime soon.
No.
Does that amount of deterioration make sense, or was he eaten?
He was eaten.
He's been eaten.
Yeah.
So I think we had this issue as well in Watergate, but the Russian soldiers, including the corpses, are wearing American style dog tags.
Ooh.
Oh yes, I remember you mentioning that now. It was bitten, little teeth. Suddenly gets really scary. But I honestly, so when I was watching this on my own in my room when I was like, in the living room when I was like 8, I remember looking around into the darkness behind me because all this is just dark creepiness and the music.
Yeah.
I was like, I could not have picked a worst episode to watch before bed in the dark.
So Marchenko apparently says, "Oh my God" in Russian, but the closed captions are translated as "holy." And then I'll insert swear words
excrement
with the acronym ship hyperdrive intergalactic transport.
Yeah.
Like instead of people say sugar honey iced tea.
Yeah.
Yvie, I loved that. That was beautiful.
Well, there's a lot of mix-ups with curse words. Cam says to Daniel in Mandarin "chuneda," which one person says "screw you" and another person says "go f yourself." So the translations are.
Yeah, a little bit off.
Yeah.
My boyfriend loves pointing out all the inaccuracies in it, like Eastern European stuff. So we're watching the TV show Shadow and Bone, and they use the kind of the Cyrillic alphabet in that because it's supposed to be based in a Tsarist kind of Russia. That the kind of timeline in an alternate universe. And he was like, yeah, that's spelled completely wrong. They've biffed that. And I'm like, well, yeah. And he finds it really fun to nitpick.
So, why do you think that Zukov didn't just lie about following Jack's order? Do you think it was out of respect for Jack, or because he knew they'd find out the truth when they investigated the sarcophagus? Could it be about maintaining sort of honor in a military context?
Yeah, I think he probably does
What
have
do you guys
respect
think?
for O'Neill, so he's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
just yeah.
'Cause he just
whatever he's
chooses- he
going to
doesn't-
right. He doesn't just pretend that we're gonna wait.
Yeah, he just
well, and even if he does,
ignores
they're
it.
going to find out momentarily
Yeah.
that he lied. So
I always found this upcoming death a bit silly.
yeah, it's shot
it's a bit
poorly.
much. Yeah.
it is a little bit, yeah.
They do a fair enough job, but I think it would have benefited from us seeing a little bit more of the crushing.
Yes.
So that we'd
Yeah.
have like a more visceral reaction.
I don't know. He's
It's-
kind of just like standing underneath the pillar. and
it's
then
like
it just
it's like he's like,
collapses on
oh
him.
no, I've been caught. Tragedy.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like trying to actually get out of there, my guy.
Yeah, I get the feeling watching this that
But he's
okay,
trying to
well,
It's
hold it
very
open.
slow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just looks like it's happening in slow-mo.
yeah.
It's like he tried to hold it up so it wouldn't close, and it's
Right.
like, bruh, just move and tell Stargate Command.
It feels like the story was running out of an excuse to get rid of some of these officers, so they just like did it with this one this way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
know.
maybe.
So
I mean, I think you guys were gonna step on that no matter what, you know?
Yeah, well,
Like,
that's basically what his reasoning is.
yeah.
Someone was going to set it off eventually.
yep.
Like he would have just if Daniel, Sam, or Teal had done it, he wouldn't have yelled as much.
Yeah.
That's very
Ugh.
Whoa.
That's so dark. So, does anybody else have the urge to yell, "What's in the box?
Yeah.
What's in the
Yeah,
box?"
we're standing over this thing. Come on now.
Yeah, there's a dead guy in there. Let's
Yeah.
open it. We know what it's
Yeah.
about. I love the way that Daniel's always like, "Where's the button?" While everyone else is always like, "Just get it open."
Oh, for crying
Well,
out
that's
loud.
what Jack does. He just goes at it with a knife.
Yeah, like Vala tries to go for the what they think might be the Ark of Truth with
Yeah.
a pickaxe.
That's it. I think the last time we saw this thing was 201.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
It has
yeah.
been a while.
Hello, Marduk.
So, isn't it funny though that despite Jack mispronouncing Marduk as Marduk, I think is how he says it,
Mhm.
Yeah.
he's not had any issues getting any of the Russian team members'
Mhm.
names right in this episode.
It's like a weird
It kind of
respect.
goes to show that he's not as clueless as he sometimes makes himself out to be.
Marduk is
Yeah.
also a common pronunciation.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Because someone suggested online that the mispronunciation was a reference to Murdoch, who's MacGyver's arch nemesis.
Ah, okay.
But I think that's a pretty
I would love that.
strange reference. Yeah.
I have heard Marduk repeatedly in reference to this god,
Oh, right.
with eyes on all sides of his head. Oh,
Oh,
here
God.
we go.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna lie, this gives me like like my spider
Yeah,
phobia. I can't do it.
Yep.
And as Evie lives in the land of the most evil spiders, like
Cuneiform.
I like these archaeological lamps. They're so cute. The one
Yep.
that Daniel's holding. He looks so cute with it.
While Daniel
It
is
is cute.
Danieling.
Yeah. Oof.
No, SG-C will come and get him.
Hmm.
Bury yourselves.
Yeah, that might not work.
He got it right.
He
I'm so
did
proud
get it
of him.
right. High five, Jack.
Do you think he did it just to like you seem smarter? He's just like he
know.
purposefully he's been getting it wrong the whole time, and this time he's been like, oh yeah, look, I know myself.
I mean, if I use like an unusual word, my dad will use it repeatedly for the next like hour or so, just to
Just
you
to
know.
just to be silly.
Well, he's pointing out that you didn't have to use that
He's,
word.
he's
did
roasting you.
Right,
Oh,
exactly.
okay.
And the fact of
Wow.
the matter is, I use big words often to hide my insecurities. So
I was gonna say, is that the reason? Dear oh dear. I'm
Aw.
sorry, David.
Well, I used to be obsessed with carrying around a thesaurus so that I
oh,
could.
you nerd. You're so
I
cute.
know. I used to try and I guess,
That is pretty
extend my
nerdy.
vocabulary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is official. This is one of the cringiest descriptions. Did we already pass it? Officially, the worst way to go. The symbiote would have regenerated him again.
Yeah.
Still ate him. That is just brilliant.
Yeah.
It's just the thought of it is just awful.
Yeah.
So
The mummy vibes.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say the method of entombing someone in a sarcophagus with a creature does
That
echo a
eats
similar
them
scene
while it
in
regenerates
the Mummy.
them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the regeneration part, but
What
the
a horrific
being
way to
entombed.
go,
That's
but
the
if you
point.
deserve
Creature.
it, then nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am enjoying this episode. It's just having
Yeah, it's just
fun.
it's a really compact, Indiana Jones
Yeah.
This is true.
without the big boulders
Yeah.
and the whip.
I'd love for Daniel to have that whip.
This set
And
is
the
so
bags of
good.
sand to kind of balance out the
That
pedestal.
They had sand in their ears for weeks. They said took them forever to get it out.
So Nicole kind of touched on this a little bit earlier, but as an Australian, I'm obviously no stranger to big bugs and insects,
Damn
but
right.
that this wet scuttling noise that there is, it just gets me every time, and I'm basically instinctively lifting my feet off the floor just
That's what
in
I just
case.
did. That's what I just did. I did not like that at all.
It slithers and it crawls. So
Yeah.
It does.
It's
Have
like
you-
a it's
you've
like
seen
a
the
land
concept art
squid.
for it, right?
Land squid.
Yes,
It's quite
I did look at the
extraordinary.
concept art.
Yeah. We have found Douglas MacLean.
Keep an eye on him. He's touching stuff, Teal. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tilt just leaves him there.
Yeah. It's way too trustworthy. And what else?
I need to get
I love
some of
that-
these Russians on my show.
Daniel's
Yes.
just sat in that creepy ass room all by his lonesome. Poor
Yeah.
guy.
He's got it.
He's got the
Where is the
eye.
Yeah. One of my irritations about the choice of this actor who plays the lieutenant, the Russian lieutenant, is that once the Goa'uld takes over, he still has a Russian accent.
Yes, I noticed that when I was rewatching it yesterday,
Yeah.
and I was like, that's an interesting
Yeah.
choice.
Yep.
And then I was trying to think of other people who'd been taken over by Goa'uld and what accent they had.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad one of them makes it.
No, not me. I think Sam's kind of busy right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Sam Carter. I'm a little busy taking out a creature. Leave your message at the tone, and I'll get back to you when I'm back on Earth.
Yeah.
The bite is interesting.
It is interesting.
Land squid vampire over here.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Land squid. He does look like a land squid with teeth.
Yeah.
And by the by, I'm referring to the Goa'uld.
Yeah.
I want it noted, this is a fishy creature that I'm not into.
No, well, it doesn't have any human elements. I think
No.
the fishy creatures that you like are sort of hybrids.
Mhm.
Exactly. Like the Wraith. They're quite hot.
No, the Wraith creep me out, I think, more than anything else on Stargate.
They are snack. I'd be their snack.
No, they're like, to me, it would be like coriander, which I hate.
I like
I'm not
coriander.
snacking on coriander.
We cannot get out.
Oof.
They are coming. Drums. Drums in the deep. Does no one get the reference?
No.
Shame on all of you. Someone in the chat
Oh,
will.
I'm sorry. But I did really appreciate your deep voice then.
So did I.
Yeah.
I think of it every time I see this scene. Oh, cyanide pills.
Brutal.
Yeah.
It's not going to work.
Mm.
Oh, now you care.
I think he was just being really like just show offy initially. He's being like, yeah, it's fine, I'm good, but actually it's not.
Wow, the detailed
That's
sketch.
a great
Jacob
sketch.
got it. Lord of the Rings reference. Yes!
Oh, okay.
I've only ever
Lord
seen
of
the
the
films
Rings is
once.
Oh,
Not
you
really my
suck.
thing. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We have to all sit
Sorry,
down and
David.
watch it at some point.
Oh,
Watch
extended
extended
edition
made
editions
me watch
in
the
12
like
hours
first
long.
a
one.
day.
I
and it was
hated it.
long.
You hated it.
I hated
Okay.
it. Yeah. I was so bored.
I will say it's not for me.
But it was
My-
just, it was,
yeah,
you know,
my
it was
dad
the
hated it
world
too.
building and stuff.
Yep.
It was the first movie that I saw.
I wouldn't say that. But we're left to rescue.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. So Sam got it.
It's wounded.
The way it just like falls on her shoulder is absolutely
Oh, I know.
awful.
It's a great scene,
That
yeah.
stuff that
It
nightmares
is.
made.
Hate it.
That's it.
The way Teal'c opens it up. Ugh.
As Adam says sometimes, thanks, I hate it.
Yeah. That's me when I play most games where it gets creepy. I'm like, thanks, I hate it. You know, like stop.
So, Jack just said stay sharp. So, considering the creature's teeth, do you think stay sharp was a unintentional pun, or do you think it was used
It may have been
deliberately?
unintentional. Yeah. I don't think it's deliberate. I have a question for everybody to put in the chat. I'm curious. If you watch the show with us while you watch it, if you watch it muted, type 0 and enter. If you watch it with the volume low, type 1 and enter. And if you watch it at regular volume while you watch it with us, type 2 and enter. I'm curious
Yeah,
to
that'd
know
be
all your
interesting to know.
preferences.
Yeah.
'Cause-
And if you just listen to us as a
so,
podcast,
for instance,
I don't know. Just
yeah.
put 0 for that.
So as an example, for me, this would be the correct answer. So-
I love that. So we got a 1 and a 1. Lockwater and Jean Diada.
Yeah, I'm a 1.
Buddy, you
I'm a
are
1.
being hunted.
Oh, Nick Nub, between 1 and
Yeah.
2. Oh, Becca, 2. Nice.
Thanks, guys. Good to know.
Most people are 1s. That's really nice. Appreciate
Yeah,
that.
so they still listen.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you've got the excellent music
You sure
And
do.
if we're a podcast, just
the
put
the
0 as
scuttling,
well.
squelchy noise.
Yeah.
And just like that, he becomes a Goa'uld.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bluetooth hearing aids, Candy Mitch. Wow.
The commitment. Dan Penn, got YouTube ads. I don't know what these
Yes.
numbers are for.
Oh, sorry.
Do you watch us with no sound on the episode, some sound on the episode, or full sound on the episode?
0, 1, and 2, respectfully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back earphone in one ear, Stargate on TV. I can hear both clearly. Love that.
This is a great conversation, and I love the lighting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding, Zukov. I'll shoot you. He did great in this.
Yeah.
He did.
I
I
should
just
have
wish I
an
had the
episode of the
slap.
whole Russian team back.
That would be awesome.
Them Russians. Oh, those Russians, to quote a fantastic song by Boney
I'll
M.
just say, yes, yes.
Really want to sing it now.
Oh,
They go there, Canada.
Rasputin,
Lover
lover of the
It's so
Russian
good.
queen.
We're going to do that when we meet up.
You cannot tell that there's going to be something happening.
Yeah.
Well, okay,
Zap.
so
There it
Cool.
Gross.
I do not
So,
sense the presence of a Goa'uld.
But what's interesting is this the first instance where Teal'c has demonstrated the ability to sense a symbiote? Because like he didn't pick it up in in the line of duty with Jolinar, and in Nirity just a few episodes back, there was nothing mentioned either.
Yep. That's true.
Hilt's Gould senses aren't always working.
That is a big animal.
Yeah.
This like land squid wasn't the thing that came out of that cocoon, was it?
What
that
what
looks
else
more
was
like-
there? Yeah,
But
that's
that looks
it.
more like it looked more like a
A spider.
cockroach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was it. There's not another creature
Yeah.
running around. So
Yeah, I can see its claw right there. That is it. It's just
yeah,
I guess
it's
it
half
just
claw,
looks
half
similar.
half squid.
Maybe it like went through like a weird reverse shed
Yeah.
where it was
There
like
may have been,
Reverse
like-
shed.
Yeah.
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 Okay, so guys, so now it's time for another thrilling round of everybody's favorite game show, Who's That Host? Let's find out who puts the I in symbiote today.
Oh gosh.
Evie,
Evie.
why are you like this?
Oh,
It's brilliant.
Just like
She
to make
funny.
myself laugh.
The commitment as well to like the actual like host tone was just
Oh,
brilliant.
I think I could have probably taken it up a notch.
Nah, it's too early for that. For you.
It's too early. Plus, I'm trying to keep it down because Adam's still sleeping.
That's what I mean. Yeah, rules out him. Rules out you.
Mm-hmm.
That
I love the
nose.
way they
Here we
immediately
go.
turn at
Yeah.
each other. They immediately
Oh,
like,
I love how they
what?
quickly just draw weapons on each other. It's great.
They thought about it for like a half a second. It's like, oh,
But they stay like this for ages.
yeah.
And he's got the laser like right
He
at his
does.
throat.
Brilliant.
This is a good scene.
Yeah.
Colonel, respond. Have you figured out your circumstance? Yeah, we have a
It's
bit
pending.
of a stalemate, right?
They should just both walk back to the main room while pointing their guns at each
Well,
other.
yes.
Sidestep the whole way. Dear, oh dear.
You both have reasons to suspect the other, and both are kind of valid.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
This is why these kinds of like games when you play like you know like something like One Night Ultimate Werewolf when you're trying to figure out the reasoning behind people's decision making, it's like you really do just fumble yourself when you get too deep because everyone's got
Yeah.
reasons for stuff.
He's so good. I've got to have them on.
Yeah.
I think you have
It's
to try
one
to reach
episode,
out.
but yeah, I
Yeah.
haven't tried. There are hundreds of actors.
There really is.
I've talked with
A lot.
115 of them for Dial the Gate alone.
Oh,
200 of
wow.
them if you include everything with Gate World. So
I feel like you need like a tally etched into one of your walls at home.
Yeah.
it
So,
would make things simpler.
So, considering the ziggurat was abandoned for centuries and Tilk didn't know about Apophis's shield technology, this sort of suggests that the technology was either highly secretive or didn't exist when Marduk was entombed 2,000 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Fair
just interesting
point.
to think.
Fair point.
Someone on Reddit said that while Daniel is acting completely Daniel-esque, Sam and Tilk decide to double check just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wouldn't be continuing to translate.
I don't think so. No, I think his motives would lie elsewhere.
Hello.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
The way he's just walked
It's
in
like-
on this is like, what's happening?
Well, it
guys?
says like, "What are you doing?" And
Yeah.
I was like, I think this is called the symbiote suspicion standoff.
I like that none of them are thinking, oh yeah, the guy who's like been alone.
He doesn't.
Uh-oh.
He doesn't even hold up the gig for too long. He just like starts talking like a goa'uld,
Yep.
like almost straight
He
away.
sure did.
Yeah. He
But
just
you
wants
know,
that.
we are running out of time because we only
Yeah.
have what like less than 10 minutes to go.
Furious Tosh said this episode is kind of bonkers. Yeah.
It's a good show. Oh boy, here we go.
Bonkers in a good way.
Oh sure. Ah, crap.
Dear, oh dear. Dear. Uh-huh. For your insolence.
Yep. That is an insolence backhanded
Yes.
slap.
It
Yeah.
really is.
I spit at thee. What a face that guy had. I love it.
He's
I
got
know.
such strong
Yeah.
expressions. It's
He
like
does.
actually scary.
Very animated. Okay, so I wanted to jump in here now. I know it's a couple of minutes too early, but I wanted to take a moment to spotlight Gary Chalk as he steps into his role as Colonel
Yes.
Chekhov in the dying minutes of this episode.
Yeah.
So apparently his character's name isn't actually disclosed until 48 hours, but it's a tribute to Star Trek's, and I apologize if I mispronounce this, Pavel
Chekhov.
So
Is it
Gary
deliberately?
actually apparently, yeah. Gary actually features in 10 Stargate episodes as the most prominent non-American Tari until the show's final season. So as a friend of the producer N. John Smith, Gary was guaranteed a Stargate spot quite early on, but he had to wait 5 years for the right character fit. And beyond Stargate,
Wow.
he's actually famed for his deep voice in various Sonic the Hedgehog series, and he actually did also do some work on the 2020 film with Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
And he's also voiced roles in Madeline with Stargate's Britt Irvin as and My Little Pony, and he did collaborate with fellow guest star John Delancey. And Gary's ties to the franchise extend to earlier work on MacGyver and 21 Jump Street, and he also worked on Bordertown, which shared the set with Beast of
episode.
Burden and
Yeah.
100 Days, which is cool.
Zukov's
and,
out of the picture.
Yes.
See, that's why you don't use C4 in a cigarette.
Yes.
I think that, well, I'll wait just a second here.
Mm.
Need to get us out of here.
I really like the ending shot when the whole ziggurat blows.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to it.
It just sort of sneaks up from behind, scanning for a Goa'uld.
Yeah, I love that. It's like, yeah, thanks for checking in on me. Yeah.
I actually like Jack's expression and his gesture when the just before the pyramid collapses.
Yep.
This is
So you mean the ziggurat?
This is
Yvie.
the
Yes, sorry,
shredder, the shredder shot from TMNT 2, the original from the 90s.
Oh.
All
I
right.
do love this. Is such a good moment. Will
Not when
you?
you're squashed.
Yeah, you're not our first Gould, my guy.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Ah, yeah, the old hidden C4.
Yeah. Later.
Little wave. The way he just goes.
Man. Oh no.
So cool.
Boom.
Did
So,
he try to raise his shield there? It looked like a little
might
shield
have
push
done,
or
yeah.
something.
So,
Okay.
according to Gary Chalk, he actually spent 2 weeks working with a dialect
Yep.
coach to nail a speech in Russian, only for it to be cut because the episode was running too long.
Oh.
Yep. And
Um,
he let him say it anyway because I worked on
did,
this.
yeah, because he'd had
Yeah.
it so like practiced and down pat. Interestingly, Chekhov is wearing Soviet era collar tabs, which were actually phased out in 1992.
Ooh.
Oh.
We don't usually have wrap ups like this one. This is
Yeah.
called
No.
Tag.
Well, this is not SG-1's first rodeo, guys.
Yeah.
Mm.
I actually really like this guy. Like, I think he's a
I
great
think he does a
character.
Gary's
really
great.
good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Very fucking
I
Chekhov,
think that
yeah.
He's just doing what, yeah, I think he's a great performance. I think he's just doing what he's doing for his people. I don't
Mm,
disagree with him.
Anubis will recover it.
yeah, well, I was gonna say, so we don't actually find out how he extracted it from the rubble,
Tractor
but
beams.
tractor beams.
I'm kidding. He's got
I wasn't
Asgard
expecting that.
technology at that point.
That's true,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh boy.
I think you would, my
Yeah,
guy.
I would.
Yep. And he knows
got
he's
a
right.
lot.
Look at the look.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
does. He
Yeah.
does.
We are in this now.
This is planet
So,
Earth, not
Thanks,
planet America.
replicators.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So, a Redditor said that they were disappointed that Jack never called him Marmaduke in this episode. Because it was all set up and he didn't. He actually sort of, for the most part, pronounced it correctly.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Jed Ted, for your Star Trek 4 reference. Chekhov, Pavel, rank admiral.
Oh, cute.
I don't know how to feel about this episode. I'm looking forward to
Really?
picking it apart
Oh,
politely in a
really?
minute.
Yeah?
This is an episode that I enjoyed the first time around, but then like every other time I've watched it, I'm like,
Really?
it's,
Oh, really?
yeah.
I'm
The
other
more
way
I watch it, the more
around.
bored I am. You know?
Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, we'll have a debrief of our own.
Yeah.
Thanks for
It's,
tuning in to The Tomb, everyone. We are the Wormhole Extremists, and we'll see you soon. All right, gang. How is y'all?
I feel like I should go first again.
You want to go
doing
first?
good.
I
Go
haven't
for
gone
it.
first.
Wow, look at you, like getting the courage
Well, I
to
usually
say
don't
your
don't
ratings
go
first.
Okay.
and I usually like think about what you guys say. So I
Okay.
feel like if I go first, then I can't let any outsider influence in.
Smash the
So-
like button, guys, if you guys are enjoying the
Yes,
episode.
please.
Yes, please do.
So I think I'm gonna give. Well, let me give you my reasoning first. So I think that this episode is all right. I think the first time I watched it, it was a lot better, probably because I was a child and I was actually scared.
You were legitimately scared. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's important to factor in.
Yeah, as I've gotten older, I like don't appreciate it as much. I've rewatched it quite a lot because these are the only DVDs I had access to for a long time, season 4 and 5. I would say that like there are aspects of it that are fun, there are aspects of it that are a bit silly. Like the death in the door, that was a bit daft. And there are things about it where I'm just like, it's okay, you know. It's not that interesting. It just feels like if Stargate did The Mummy, but it wasn't as like, fun. But it was all right, and I like the ending there. I think that was very important, and I think that seeing the Russian-American relations here is very intriguing, given how that's going to carry on in the future. So I'm going to give this one a 3.
A 3. Okay.
Okay.
Evie?
David, did you want to go next?
I can go next.
Go for it.
Ivana Vostok's set design is extraordinary in this one.
Yes.
That's a point all in its own, maybe 2. I love the political undercurrents of this, especially now. I think it's more relevant again. I think
Yes.
that the guest performances are great. I enjoyed all the Russian actors, the Russian characters, and the actors who played them. And I think that it's just a well done episode. I enjoy watching this show, and I look forward to it every time there's a chance for me to sit down and watch it. I'm going to give it a 5.
Wow. Okay.
Let's see what
It
you
is
does.
wandering
Okay.
around inside of a tomb, but
Yeah.
Yes.
it maintains its interest.
Mm, mm.
Yeah.
For me,
Yeah,
for
so
me.
my thoughts initially on this episode probably weren't that great, but I do love The Mummy and Indiana Jones. They're like 2 of my favorite, I guess, franchises, you could call them. And I do love what they've done with, being in such a confined space. I think the set design, as you mentioned, is fantastic. I think the award that they won and the other nomination that they received were definitely well deserved. The acting was great. I think I would also give it a 5.
Wow.
So there were definitely elements in it that weren't perfect, but you can't expect every episode to be perfect. But I think all up, yeah, I think a 5. It's kind of a little bit disappointing that Gary Chalk didn't get to say his Russian speech.
Right.
Because his involvement is so short at the
He's
very
one of my
end. We don't
favorite
even find
characters.
out his character's name until like his next episode, and he does
Yeah.
play like a pretty significant role. So
I love
He
him.
has been
Yeah.
he has been told that when he is performing his Russian, he sounds a lot like Joseph Stalin.
I did.
And people are like, it sounds really creepy. You sound like Stalin.
That's quite funny.
That is funny. But I mean, also, as much as it can be, take it kind of as a compliment because obviously Stalin was Russian, and if he's
That's correct.
imitating that
Yeah.
accent at
Uh-huh.
all to
Then
the
good
point where he
job.
actually sounds like a genuine Russian, then
That's
I
it.
guess you have to take that as a compliment. So
For sure.
Yeah.
I actually thought for the longest time that that was his actual accent.
Yeah.
So I thought it sounded pretty genuine because, you know, my grandparents were like Polish and Ukrainian, and I kind of grew up with people talking with like relatively strong accents like that. So I didn't even second guess it. So yeah.
Yeah.
That's a fair point.
So definitely a 5. Definitely a 5 from me.
Okay.
We've been quite. I was expecting Yvie to come in with a 4 and it'd be 3, 4, 5. Ooh.
I was thinking about that in my
I was
What do we
waiting
have,
for
Nicole?
it. So we have Anthony with it's a 5 from me. Jean Diada 6. It felt like a season 3 episode. Nick Knott a 4. Gecko Fett said I haven't watched it in ages yet. Surprisingly enjoyed it more than I thought. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Becca said 5. I've always enjoyed this one. Urias Tosh at 3. Lockwatcher, this is a 6 for me. Love the episode. Feels like a Tomb Raider alien mummy hybrid.
Mhm.
Would have been a 7 if Jack had called Marduk Marmaduke. The writers missed that one. Yep.
Yes.
Gecko Fett said 4. I wish there was more interacting with the creature. Sure, Victoria said
Agreed.
4. It scared me when I first watched it, but then again, I scare myself several times a day, so that's not particularly hard. Candy Mitch said 4. Jacob said 2 chevrons. I felt the story was very predictable with sort of a horror trap monster story cliches. That's kind of my issue with it. And Russian team was underdeveloped, and they just felt used as a plot device and wasted as characters. I agree there as well.
Yeah,
I think that we
yeah,
could have
that's
done
a
way
good
more with
point.
them. Also, I don't like the way that they'll bring in some other people and then they just have to die because SG-1 can't die, so they've got to raise the stakes by killing other people around them, and that's always been a thing with me with main characters. And
Totally
stuff.
have lived,
They're safe.
but yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's still exactly
Only
what's
one.
happening. It's like that's
Yeah.
why I felt like with what's his face with the mustache, you know, it's like, oh, I've got to exit this episode now. Let me go ahead and use this closing door as an excuse to get myself out of this episode. So yeah.
Jed Ted said 6 chevrons. Looks like this. No, love the spooky tomb vibes. Sorry, my mouth's going all, I'm struggling. What else have we got? Jacob said my 2 chevrons are for the 2 pros: set design, cinematography, of confined spaces, somewhat unique in Stargate, and tackling US-Russian relations in the franchise, mainly second and last scenes of the episode. Lockwater said no one expects these episodes to always be as good as Bane. Lol. Gecko Fett said I was expecting Yvie to do a 4 to continue the sequential rating streak we've got going on.
Oh,
Yes.
sorry to disappoint.
And Dan Ben said 5 out of 7.
Yeah.
And there we go.
Okay.
Took me a while. I'm not in love with that episode, but you know, it's not the worst, you know.
Oh,
so
by
I'll take
far.
it. Yeah.
Mm.
So, what we got next week?
We have, as I've gone ahead and pulled it up here, we have
organized.
I know. It's just
More
a
than me this
It's just a
morning.
coincidence now. Between Two Fires in 2001, Sunday, June the 9th at 1 p.m.
Oh, they are some good
So
episodes.
excited.
Yes,
That's gonna be
absolutely.
so good.
Yep.
Oh my god.
So I love these two
Excellent.
very much. And then we'll have Desperate Measures and Wormhole Extreme Sunday, June 16th. So you can't miss
Yay.
that one because it's the name of the show.
It's our
Yeah.
namesake
It's
episode.
our
Oh
namesake
god,
episode.
it's gonna be the 100th episode. We've got to like celebrate. How are we gonna celebrate? Should I guess like some
By
balloons
sitting
or
down
some
with one
confetti? I'll get some cake.
Hey,
My
there should be
idea.
cake. I don't like cake, so have a slice for me.
Well, we've talked about this, David.
Wow.
I'm gonna get some classic cheesecake, like a New York style cheesecake, because that's the vibe.
Okay.
So I'll
But it's
aim
not
for
really
that.
cake, really, is it? Like it's
Evie, be
shaped like a
silent.
cake.
It says
But
cake.
it
It's
doesn't
cake.
have like
It's
flour in
as
it.
much a cake as it is a pie.
I just want to say that every time Peta and me have like a birthday and my mum like wants to get us cake, she always gets us cheesecake because she knows that's like our favorite thing. So
Oh, I don't know if I knew that. That's cool.
yeah, my mum's always like, "Hey, I know you guys love cheesecake," and it's like, yeah, and she'll do like the
Aw.
different styles of cheesecake from like around the world just to.
Wow.
Oh, that's cute.
Wow.
No,
Yeah.
I love a good slice of cake. Carrot being my favorite.
Lockwatcher has
Really?
fixed it. Lockwatcher said
Yep,
Jaffa
love
cakes.
carrot cake.
Jaffa
Lockwatcher
cakes.
said Jaffa cakes.
Yes.
Yep, you've got it. I'm doing that.
All right, have some for me. So,
Yeah, David will.
never
I'll be
I've
passing
never
on those
cared
two.
for them. Oh, you don't like them either.
Yeah.
No, I think
They're
it's
a bit
too, like
orangey.
maybe too sweet. I don't know.
they're just-
I'm like not really blown away by the combination.
Of
It's like
the combination of cookie
orange.
and a jelly.
It's a weird textural
it's
thing
very
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
We do, sadly.
yeah, but that's
Don't
just
know
what it
why.
is.
To
I'd
be
love
fair,
to
I
try a
don't like
different
jelly.
flavor. Oh, you don't?
I want it
Okay.
noted. I don't love Jaffa cakes. I respect them for what they do because it's so soft. And then they just thought, yeah, let's put some jelly in there. And it's like, whoa, why would you do that? But I respect it for being a staple in English food. You know, so
Right.
eat it
You know
and be
what?
proud
I
of
think
it.
it's because, yeah, there's just no textural difference. I feel like I've been watching too much, like too many cooking shows. Yeah, there's no textural difference. It's just soft all the way through.
Yeah, yeah.
Needs to be a bit of crunch or something. Twisty,
Right.
stop it.
Twisty, wait. You'll go back to bed soon. All right, guys.
Oh.
This has been a pleasure watching with you.
As
If
always.
you haven't clicked the like button, go ahead and please do that. We appreciate it. And we'll see you next week for another episode of Wormhole Extremists. Thank you all for tuning in. My name is David
Thanks,
Reed. I'm with
guys.
Nicole and Yvie. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.